Hello, guys. Today I'm going to talk about market cycles. So, if you're a day trader who is shorting pump and dumps, you have to understand when the cycle is very strong. For example, this week on Wednesday, we have a stock called IXHL, right? And this IXHL literally went from a pre market of 8 cents all the way up to $1.20 on Wednesday, right? And it had volume. Actually, in the pre-market, there was one candle, 1 minute candle, where it had a volume of 9.7 million shares. So when you have a market like this, where there's just so many retail volume, so much retail volume, you really have to just kind of be very cautious about shorting. Most of the time, outside of these crazy cycles, if the cycle is not even as strong as this week, these stocks don't squeeze that much, right? They don't go all the way from 8 cents to $1.20. That's basically went up 15 times in one day. And I'm very sure there were a lot of short accounts that were blown out this week. So I'm here to say that when the markets are strong, the best thing to really do is to stay away from shorting. Now, the question is, how do you know when the market is strong, right? Well, I'll give you one example. Like today, there's a company called SYTA, right? And SYTA is known for basically uh, a stock that dilutes a lot, right? So uh, this is a stock that has a lot of dilution in it. You know, it's a high risk dilution, right? Needs cash historically. I mean, this is pretty much as good as it is in terms of high dilution, right? Usually you have high, even this one would be high, and all of it would be high. That's like ultimate high dilution stock, which means they usually would dump, right? But what happened to SYTA today? Today's Friday. It went up from the pre-market, right? It was, I think, it actually opened at 9:30 and flushed down, and then never looked back since then, right? It just kept inching higher and higher, kept going, squeezing it on this 11 o'clock bar. It tried to go all the way to 11:20 bar, tried to go all the way to 2.47, and came back down. And you would think that it's dead, right? But it's not, right? Because the market is strong. In fact, it went above its previous high and kept going all the way to 3.20 before it started flushing and dumping. So when stocks that are supposed to be high dilution still keep going higher, that means it's really a very strong market cycle. You just got to stay away. All right. So that's the lesson for today. Um, and I hope you have a good weekend.